I am hoping y'all can hear me. I am using a deck that has only the major arcana, and it is for the eclipse. Okay, the eclipse is March 8th. April 8th. We are in the Mercury retrograde in Aries. Venus has now entered Aries. It's hella planets in Aries right now. Aries and Pisces. And so, wait for clarity if something is just not really, but if you are a person that either procrastinates or does not move on things usually, then it's your time to move. So like, you are who you are, you know who you are. At this rate, I hope just make sure that you are clear. And just like cutting this deck that I have on this side, I got the 4 of coins reversed. I would say watch your money just in case anyway. And then the 7 of swords. So the thing about eclipses is that their effect is for 6 months minimum. Sometimes it's when the next moon comes, right? So the thing about eclipses is they can be great omens, energy is neutral. We do with it what we want, but there are certain things that we just need to be mindful of. And so, just allow the clarity to come in with whatever you've been ruminating on, at least after the eclipse. And that is what I will say about that. Not really fear-mongering. I don't recommend, like those folks that are getting married. But you gotta do what works for you. If it feels right in your whole body, do the thing. And that's what I'll do. That is what I will say about that. So, let's start with card number 1. Card number 1. The Star. Let me see how I can shuffle this with the deck. I only got one hand, y'all. So the coolest thing about the Star is it's literally the vibes of like making a wish on a star, but also if your mind is negative, you can't experience something better, right? Like, how do you change your mindset to wonder, like, what if things did work out? What if the most amazing opportunities happened? What if I brought into the possibilities within my mind and said, maybe this time. There's a couple of things happening here. Let me move this here. So, I'm gonna move. If this is the time to release victim mentalities, this is the time to stop burdening yourself with what will other people think, or kind of like analysis paralysis, or trying to be too ready for something. Just do it. Like, sometimes there are things that we only know and learn from by hitting yourself against the walls a little bit and just kind of going through versus figuring out all the ways to go around. Some things don't have a shortcut, and your feeling of being lost or getting lost along the way might be the glow up that you didn't know you needed. And when you start working on the idea, moving forward on a decision, whatever it is, whatever transition that should be happening, this is also not having boundaries. Don't let not having boundaries drain you of your energy. if it's that you enforce it, you might be surprised the day you decide to enforce your boundaries, the day you decide to act on the idea, maybe give it a look and give it a chance. That sun is right there. What I'm saying, let the universe surprise you and keep an open heart of like, maybe this just is possible. Even this character is like, what if you fly? And then you get to work. And once you get to work, they're sharpening the sword, the thing. Y'all know what it is, the little reaper thing. With the coins, putting in the work, but also getting what you put out into the world back in. If you, for example, boundaries, if you say, hey, these are the boundaries that I have, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't know that I was, overstepping. Okay, I can love you better this way. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just gonna wing it and see what happens along the way, and it actually surpasses your expectation. You know what I'm saying? So, the world and the star together, who gonna check you? Who gonna stop you from growth, from expansion, from becoming your best self? Only you. Only you. And that is what I got for card number 1. That was sweet and to the point, y'all. But definitely believe. You know what it looks like to be hopeless. What if you tried being hopeful? It might just blow your mind. Card number 2. The Chariot. Somebody about to win no matter what. Oh, I did get this. I'm gonna cut the deck over here. I do have just one. Okay. One hand. Trying to magically shuffle over here. This one caught my eye. What the hell is going on? Interesting. Okay, this is weird. Alright, so let's start with Chariot. This is after a long time of strife and struggle, or a long journey. The winds start piling in. The harvest is ready. Success. Victory. Which feels very like Mercury and Aries season of like, all this was for the right reasons. It was hard getting here, but I made it. And with the Death card, it means whatever you're leaving behind, there is no need to look back again. The grass is greener on this side that you're heading to. Point blank, period. Sometimes it's scary to let things go. It's scary to surrender, to let what's not working go, because you think that's the only thing you're gonna feel. But being indecisive is not gonna get you nowhere. It's just gonna keep you in the same place, needing to fight for your life. Literally be like, oh, my life, I had to fight. Or lying to the self and others. Don't do that. Especially with all these moons. Look at this. You got, boom, here, which 13, that phase of the moon's release, if I'm not mistaken, and then the full moon, which we're having a solar eclipse, purging, releasing the ways that either you have held yourself back, your mind has lied to you, other people. It's a little loud. Other people have gaslit you. Releasing old stories is definitely it for you. And more of being mindful of like imbalances with power, right? The King of Wands usually is like, oh, I know how to dictate. I know when to go get stuff. I am aware. Self-awareness is what leads you to victory. Being very mindful of what no longer serves you and actually making the decision to sift them things, cut them things off if you have to, or moderate them, or I don't want this Five of Swords. Hold on. Yeah. Those that you may admire for being go-getters, right? For feeling like they got it together, that you admire what they have or what they have done, doesn't mean that you don't have that. You do. And it's not easy, but you have the capacity and the capability to get to victory. No one is going to walk down your journey for you. It's up to you to take the path of sometimes most resistance. Sometimes the thing that has been calling for you is scary. But sometimes if possibility doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And it's time for you to do the things that are big enough for you, that ask you to become a brand new person in order to be able to receive these victories and these blessings. You have more space within yourself than you think. And that's what I will leave you with. Also, the number 8 is a card of abundance, on top of being able to be strong, as in resilient, not in a way of like, only I can do this thing, or I have to do this in isolation. It's either allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing you to express yourself. There is a lion there. Be it that you're creative and you're ready to put your stuff out there, do it. Stop waiting. Time will pass, and sometimes you can miss out on your alignment. Card number 3. Let's see what we got. The Hermit. So who gonna have a nap on Monday? If you can sleep, right? The Hermit. This is the season of asking Spirit for guidance. This is what I saw first. Either one. Got a lot of reverse. I think most of this deck is in the reverse. Interesting. Whoa. We got a conversation here. The Hermit asks you not just to isolate, but to refocus on you. To be with yourself, find holiness within yourself, and emerge a sage. Okay? It's also a Virgo card, so if you have significant Virgo placements, it might be for you. So 2 of Wands, when we look at it upright, is being able to really map out the world of like, I want to take over the world kind of energy. Let me see what's beyond. Let me make a plan. Let me see how I'm going to move forward and see the way, maybe what I was missing, or maybe I have a plan for treasure, or maybe I'm reevaluating what I've done so far kind of vibes. But it's in the reverse, and what I think it is like, maybe you have a million ideas and you want to go do them all. It's time to still sit with them. Maybe it's time to replan, review. That's what the retrograde is for. It's like, let's look at it again. Do I still want to do this kind of energy? Make sure you're not so caught up in doing that you forget that you are a human being with emotions who needs romance, who needs emotional fulfillment, who needs support, who needs inspiration, who needs to tap into their body, their emotional wellness. Okay? It's okay to slow down and kind of smell the roses and envision a little bit. Literally, the Eight of Wands reversed is like, lay down. Enjoy the view of life versus go, 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 go. Because Eight of Wands is fast movement, okay? You can't even stop yourself from falling from the sky. But in the reverse, I'm literally hearing Slow Down by Bobby Valentino. There you go. Didn't know I'm starting to hear music now. Five of Cups reversed. Also, let's no longer focus on the empty cups. Fill your cups. Okay, literally this is the 3 empty cups that usually they're focused on when it's on the upright, but it's in the reverse. Focus on these full ones. Yes, you have been disappointed before. Yes, what you thought was gonna happen may have not happened, or whatever it could have been, where you suffered a type of heartbreak and just like, damn, bro. But this whole time you have the Two of Cups, and in any deck, any tarot deck, having the Two of Cups is basically being balanced, emotionally fulfilled, maybe meeting someone who also supports and pours it into you. It's equal energy exchange, and the universe, your knows that you have received, either literally or figuratively, may have been just protecting those 2 important cups that are more worth your while than anything else. And so something big is coming. I think this was in the reverse, but I found it sideways. Something big is coming. Something that's going to change how you view life. Maybe it's big opportunities that are coming. Maybe your foundation will feel rocked, but it's to make space. The Hermit isn't usually lonely, but if you're not used to sitting down and really just like doing the work and getting into detail with your life and reevaluating, like, am I the person prepared for joy? Have I encountered joy lately? Have I made that a primary focus? Have I enriched the relationships that I have with myself, with others? Being isolated will only get you so far, right? And so sometimes the light that comes might be in finding community, or just literally you've been too busy with external noise. And before you move on to number 10, right? This is 9. You need to rest and be ready. Because if you don't rest and everything comes, you're going to burn out before you can do whatever it is you want to do. So, this is the vibes, the energy probably for the next 6 months. Maybe some of the lessons that will come up for the solar eclipse. Okay, for somebody, choose a card. If we can double pick a card. It's too. So I guess I needed extra pick-up cards for those who may have not been clear. This is number 1. This is the strength card. This is like 1A bonus. You are stronger than you think. And if you didn't pick number 2, I think it was, then check it out. Don't underestimate yourself and don't let other people underestimate you or play in your face. You got it. More than you think you do. And it doesn't have to be forceful or visceral or violent. You can just be firm, and that is enough. And this is judgment. You know more than you think you do. You don't need proof. You don't need to handle karma yourself. You don't need to act on anything because it's eclipse season. And what needs to be handled will be handled in the time that it needs to be handled. You just move out your way. Okay? If you are at your altar and you are crying, don't micromanage spirit. Right? Like, what will be, and we all have our own karma, be it positive, negative, a mixture of both. Things will unravel the way they need to. So hopefully you can hear all of this. Apologies that it was loud. You know, I'd be in random places. But let me know how your eclipse goes. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what card you chose. And if you chose the bonus cards. And for those who have been watching, thank you for watching. Welcome for the new folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.